next.
It is 5 o'clock and you are looking at live pictures from Sky 9 where race fans are pouring into Loudon for the big NASCAR weekend.
Governor Shaheen signs a new bill into law aimed at getting teens to buckle up.
And a space legend has died in a tragic accident.
Live from the WMUR Broadcast Center. This is New Hampshire's WMUR News 9 at 5.
Good evening, everyone. Our top story, race fans roaring into New Hampshire International Speedway by the thousands at this hour.
The racing excitement has been building all week and will culminate this weekend with the Jiffy Lube 300. For a look at how the traffic is flowing, let's check in with Linda Ergus, high above it all in Sky 9 tonight. Linda?
Good evening, Tom. Traffic is moving very nicely at this hour. Let's take a look down below. Race fans are making their way to the track. You're looking at Route 106 right now. This is the main route to the New Hampshire International Speedway, and as you can see, the track and all those RVs are parked. There was much traffic earlier on in the day. It seemed to have let up. Fans and racers are gearing up for Saturday's Busch North 100-lap race and Sunday's Jiffy Lube 300. As you can imagine, fans have traveled from all...
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's not coming off.
This year, now many are reported in town. Loudon, as you can see, is jammed with cars, trucks, and of course those RVs and race vendors. This is definitely a weekend-long event that is well underway and has everyone all revved up.
To come over and with race week as well, get to see the race and you know, see how the good guys do it, and it's also good for us to travel around the country and see you know, various tracks and various people, and yeah, it's just great to be here.
I try to gather up all the resources I can to pick up some speed. There's 61 cars here, and they only take 39 from qualifying. So it's going to be tough just to make the race for Saturday.
Very family-oriented, don't you think, Thelma? It's really great. We love being together. When somebody is that doesn't show up, we're looking for them, wondering where they are, what's happened. We just love it.
Now back live over NHIS, as you can see, they're here. There are thousands of RVs down below, as you can see, and as we said earlier, traffic into NHIS is moving very nicely. As we said, a lot of the fans made it an early one. Coming up later on News 9, we'll tell you about how traffic patterns will be changing to accommodate the travelers that are making their way tonight and through the weekend. For now, reporting live from Sky 9, Linda Ergus, WMUR News 9.
And now for a look at how things are moving on the roads leading to NHIS and beyond. We check in on the traffic with the News 9 Skycam network. Let's look now at the Howard Johnson Skycam located on the Everett Turnpike in Nashua. And as you can see, traffic northbound is somewhat slow going on this Friday afternoon. Not only are those heading for the raceway area, but also folks headed for the mountains and the lakes as well.
And now let's take a look at the view from the Days Inn Skycam that's located on Interstate 93, just over the border in Methuen. And there you go. Slow-moving traffic coming out of Boston, heading north. People trying to make their way into New Hampshire. It's going to be a little bit of a sticky commute tonight. For a closer look at how things are moving, let's check in with Peter Riccardi at Metro Traffic. Hello, Peter.
Hello, and good evening, and a good weekend to all of you. Yeah, we're sending all of our nutty drivers up your way for the weekend. We do have heavy traffic right now reported in Andover, 93 northbound. Pretty much River Road, you're going to see heavy pockets building. The closer you get to Methuen, the slower it's going to get. And 93 northbound, once you get over the border, as you can see, it's still slow moving. It's going to be jammed up to about exit 3. It will start to break up a little bit at the 293 split, where you get a couple of extra lanes added on there. And we have a couple of problems earlier. Southbound accident cleared out of the way by exits 4 and 3. That did cause some delays for folks. The Everett Turnpike, once you get up beyond Nashua, is not too bad of a ride. We do have downtown Concord tied up pretty tightly, and an accident seen in Pembroke 106. That is affecting some of the raceway traffic, so that's going to be a problem this evening. I'm Peter Riccardi, WMUR's News 9.
Well, until today, police could only watch as carloads of teens drove down the highway without wearing their seatbelts. Unless there was another violation, they could not be pulled over. Well, today that has changed. Gene Mackin has more on New Hampshire's new seatbelt law.
It might be the last thing on a teenager's mind, but now it could be the first thing police are looking for. A new law allows officers to pull over and ticket any unbuckled driver or passenger under 18 years old.
This will allow police to stop and ticket young drivers and hopefully teach them a very important and permanent lesson.
The new law gives these teens something new to think about. They say they don't always buckle up.
Well, I'm gonna have to now. It's probably a good idea though, because not as many people will get hurt.
It's a good idea to keep kids safe and stuff.
Will you wear your seatbelt more often?
Sure.
Parents and police know it's difficult to drive home the point that teenagers are at the highest risk on the roadways, that one of the best defenses could be a buckled seatbelt.
The most effective way that teens realize this is when their friends are involved in accidents, and that definitely has an impact. Another good way is the parents. The parents demonstrating that they're using their seatbelts.
It's a habit police want teens to get into.
Why aren't you wearing your seatbelt today?
Because I wasn't really brought up to wear my seatbelt.
You think you'll wear one now?
Yeah.
Police say they're really trying to target ages 16 to 18, the most dangerous driving years. The fine for traveling unbuckled, $25. Live in the newsroom, Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
He was only the third man to walk on the moon. He's been killed in a motorcycle accident in California. 69-year-old Pete Conrad lost control of his motorcycle on a sharp curve. The former astronaut not only helped design the spacecraft that flew to the moon, he landed it. Conrad also served on several Gemini missions and as a member of the first Skylab crew in 1973.
He was a happy-go-lucky guy. He was also one of the most brilliant people ever to live. A great test pilot, a wonderful family man, a pioneer.
It's a little-known fact, but Pete Conrad's first words on the moon were, "Whoopee!" That may have been a small one for Neil, but it was a long one for me. The 30th anniversary of the moon landing is this month.
News around the world now. An Air Force jet is on an emergency mission to the South Pole. The crew will attempt an airdrop of medical supplies to a researcher who discovered a lump in her breast. The South Pole is in the dead of winter right now, and because of the harsh weather, landing to evacuate the woman would be impossible until at least October. The Air Force jet left Thursday from a base in Washington. The crew is expected to make the 8-hour flight to the South Pole sometime on Saturday.
At least 240 people are dead after the banks of a river in China burst, causing massive flooding. Heavy rains swelled the Yangtze and its tributaries. The ensuing floods destroyed tens of thousands of homes. Nearly 2 million people have been evacuated in the worst hit areas. Initial estimates put the damage at about $3.5 billion.
Demonstrations are taking place almost daily in towns and cities across Yugoslavia, many aimed at forcing President Slobodan Milosevic to step down. But there are other issues as well. About 1,000 people took part in a protest in Pristina on Friday. They were calling for the release of their relatives held in Serbian prisons. Many do not know if their missing relatives are indeed being detained or if they've been killed.
Hillary Rodham Clinton's Listen and Learn tour of New York ends tonight with a fundraiser and the play Gypsy in the state capitol in Albany. She was in upstate New York this morning talking about taxes, the high cost of transportation, and the problems facing New York dairy farmers. Tomorrow, Mrs. Clinton breaks away from her unofficial Senate campaign to return to her First Lady duties. She joins the president in Pasadena, California for the Women's World Cup final between the U.S. and China.
And as the First Lady wraps up her tour, she continues to explore that possible Senate run. In this week's Washington Perspective, former New Hampshire Congressman Bill Zeliff says that race promises to be a good one.
She will be caught up in a lot of the baggage. I think that all of her background is going to be fair game. She'll be treated as a regular person in this, and she won't be shielded by the White House. But in the end, I think that she's been around politics long enough that she's learned an awful lot. She's got a lot of good handlers, a lot of good people around her. She'll have plenty of money. And so, you know, in the end, she'll have government resources that her opponents won't have. All around, she's got a pretty good shot, I think.
Well, Zelov says speculation that Senator Bob Smith will lead the Republican Party next week will shake up politics in New Hampshire as well. Zelov says he believes Smith is making a grave mistake.
And we'll have much more on that story coming up at 6.
Sure will.
But still to come here on News 9 at 5, a possible new treatment for Alzheimer's disease could mean relief for thousands. That story ahead in Living Well.
Severe flooding sweeps through Las Vegas. A look at how the City of Lights is handling it all coming up in our next half hour.
But first, will we have a wet weekend? Meteorologist Mike Haddad has a look at our forecast coming up.
You're watching News 9 at 5.
Come in today for the C.A. Hoyt Company Premium Leather Savings Event. You'll find genuine top-grain leather sofas, sectionals, recliners, and much more. Plus, enjoy Hoyt's superior customer services. Once you see Hoyt's selection and prices, you'll want to furnish your entire home in leather. So for premium leather at a perfect price, visit the C.A. Hoyt Furniture Company today. For the quality you want, trust the name you know. The C.A. Hoyt Furniture Company on the corner of Valley and Wilson Streets in Manchester.
On the road again. Well, did it ever return? No, it never return. You got to know when to hold up. I love the colorful clothes. It's all because of you. There's only one way. There's only one way.
Since 1995, the New Hampshire Automobile Dealers Association Charitable Foundation and WMUR-TV have been providing New Hampshire elementary schools with the Kids and Company curriculum free of charge. Students are taught age-appropriate lessons about personal safety using proven classroom materials from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Help us keep kids safe in New Hampshire. Ask if your child's school has Kids and Company, or call the New Hampshire Auto Dealers to find out more about the program.
It's Toyota's Great Summer Sales Event, where you could get a Tacoma 4x4, get cash back, and save up to $3,400. Or you could lease a Tacoma now for only $199 a month. And it's a great time to make your best deal in a Tundra, Toyota's all-new full-size four-door V8 pickup. Now's the time to see your New England Toyota dealer.
It's a great time for driving a new Toyota, and here comes the one.
But hurry, the Great Summer Sales Event ends August 2nd.
Tonight, see what your eyes can. A camera that really shows you what the sun's done to your skin. She dared to look. How can you protect yourself on 2020 tonight?
Here you go. Go on, start chewing.
When's Mom gonna be done with her job?
Now, Sugar, why do you keep asking me that?
Because you're killing us.
Starting July 23rd, the Hughleys move to TGIF at 8:30, 7:30 Central on ABC.
Now, meteorologist Mike Haddad with your New Hampshire weather.
And that's right, we've taken Cook's Corner on the road live in Kingston as part of our Sizzling Days of Summer contest. Our first winner will be introduced in the next half hour, but first I want to get you started and introduce you to our chef for the evening. And joining us right now from T-Bones is Steve Ricard. Steve, looks like plenty of good action on the grill. What did you bring for us?
Well, Mike, we got some fresh baby back ribs, fresh tender baby back ribs. We got some fresh corn on the cob grilling today, and our fresh homemade burgers that we grind daily at our meat butcher shop in Bedford. And we also got some fresh tender chicken grilling up right here today on the smoker, and it looks pretty good. It's going pretty well.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to dig in. I'll tell you, that corn looks great. Not a lot of people do that on the grill, but I think that looks like something very tasty. We'll have to dig into that a little bit later. Also joining me right now is Tom Boucher from Cactus Jack. And, you know, a lot of people in the summer are outdoors doing their grilling, and I want to know how you guys compete with that. I know you have great food, but how do you deal with the fact that a lot of people want to be outdoors?
It's a very good point. We actually decided to build an outside dining deck a couple years ago, yeah, and it's really been tremendous. People like to come out on the nice nights. Fortunately, there's no rain tonight, but they like to come out on these nice nights and dine outside. It's worked out really well.
Terrific, and we wish you plenty of luck during the summer and welcome you here. We're going to get right to the forecast and go to the graphics right now, explain what's happening with the weather. Any showers coming down the road? Well, let's go to the maps, and there you can see most of the showers have been weakening, but just our luck, it looks like we may get a brief shower in the next half hour down here in parts of Rockingham County. Also up north, there are plenty of showers as well. They're kind of broken, so don't anticipate a washout overnight, but we will be dealing with scattered showers. Temperatures across the northeast and New Hampshire, 71 right now in Whitefield, 60s down in the Monadnock region, 70s from Laconia to the coast. Now, the dew points for the most part have been low across New England. Notice, very comfortable air remains in place, 50s and 60s, but notice the 70s working up the Ohio Valley. And that's a return to muggy air, and it looks like that'll be on our doorstep tonight and in the picture tomorrow. How about rain showers? Well, they're over our heads right now, again scattered in nature, and then a line of showers and embedded thunderstorms. With any breaks of sun tomorrow, if we're fortunate enough to get sun, it may not be so fortunate, as scattered thunderstorms may work back into the picture. So here's a look at the surface map for tomorrow. It looks like the warm front lifts just to our north, so any showers come to an end. Then we'll see breaks of sun, but that cold front could touch off a scattered afternoon thunderstorm. And yes, the entire weather team has joined me here for some food, and right now, as a few drops begin to fall, let's go into the forecast.
All right, for tonight, we're looking at mainly cloudy skies. Also, we can expect to see a few scattered showers. We're looking mainly at overnight lows ranging from 55 to about 65 degrees. Man, we've eaten too many homemade potato chips here today.
It's nice to see you, Cal. And for tomorrow, we're going to see any showers ending, and then we're going to bring on some partial sun, a few scattered afternoon storms. And Chris, what do you think about Sunday?
Now, is that green stuff that was on in the map there, was that relish? And I guess we're getting it on all the food now.
Yeah,
For
enjoy.
Sunday, it looks like we're going to have clearing skies, a little bit breezy, and temperatures, well, somewhere in the 70s, I think.
That's right, and we're right now cooling down into the 60s as the rain showers fall. Again, it's not going to be anything super heavy. We're going to try to get to this food so it doesn't get wet and introduce you to our winners coming up in the next half hour. How could you be part of this? Well, you're going to want to guess the 90-degree days that we reach in July and August. There are the numbers you need to find out. It's 100 South Commercial Street. Send your guesses to us, and if you're fortunate enough to be picked, you will get well, I'll let you know what you're going to get coming up at 6, but we'll introduce you to the winners at 5:30. We're going to
umbrellas too.
Yeah, send your umbrellas and a hat. Tom and Karen.
Hey, gang, Michael. I see all that food on that grill. You're not going to forget your friends back here in the studio.
Of course not. We'll see you over here in an hour.
Oh, you want me to come there?
Why not?
Tom wants an order of
New
ribs.
Boston Road in Kingston.
All right.
Let's take that show on the road back to 100 South Commercial Street.
We'll see you shortly.
All right.
You got it.
Still much more to come. News 9 at 6 comes your way in about an hour from now. Here's a look at some of the stories you'll see then. We're going to have the latest from the racetrack, including a look at the new traffic plan.
Also, the governor signs a bill into law that pertains to domestic violence, and town officials look into a bridge collapse in Farmington.
Those stories and more new tonight at 6, but up next on News 9 at 5, city officials in Laconia tally up profits from Motorcycle Week.
Plus, Oprah jumps into another medium. We'll tell you about her latest venture coming up a little later.
But first, the fishing season is here. We'll go online tonight for some tips on hooking that perfect prize.
Now an easy one. Foot overhead. It's natural. Relax.
Not everyone can be double jointed, but everyone can use double coupons. And now Shaw's Supermarket doubles manufacturer's coupons, so you save even more.
For a small business loan up to $750,000 in New Hampshire, call First Colebrook Bank. We're all wound up about small business. First Colebrook Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hello, I'm Bill Simonton. Welcome to the New Hampshire Technical Institute in Concord. We offer quality programs with small classes, low tuition, transferability, a new gymnasium and fitness center, residence halls, and a rich student life. Full or part-time, days or evenings, and financial aid is available. Please call or visit us anytime.
The New Hampshire Technical Institute, your success connection.
The best place between heaven and wholesale just got bigger.
Settlers Green Outlet Village Plus in North Conway is celebrating the opening of 10 new outlet stores with a $5,000 shopping spree giveaway. Shop now at over 50 famous name outlet stores and save 30 to 50% on designer fashions, home furnishings, shoes, accessories, and more.
So remember, you could win a shopping spree at Settlers Green Outlet Village Plus.
Are you looking for quality leather furniture? Do you like a lot of choices? Do you like to browse and be inspired? Don't miss the leather sale at Longo's Furniture and Bedding. Genuine Italian leather, Soft, supple, stylish, sensuous. And on sale at New Hampshire's largest furniture showroom. Leather sofas, leather chairs, leather sectionals, and more. And when you're looking for leather, you want Longo's Furniture and Bedding on the DW Highway North in Manchester.
I can put you in your dream car for 2% off the subtotal or 5% off the retail price. And the full luxury package, hey, it's absolutely free. But doggone it, I like you.
Find double talk confusing? You'll find double coupons simple. And now Shaw's Supermarket doubles manufacturer's coupons so you save even more.
Well, fishing is a staple of summer living here in the Granite State.
It sure is. And in tonight's News 9 Online, Chris Thomas shows us a site to get our fishing season in gear.
Although I haven't had the opportunity for some time, one of my fondest memories while vacationing along the shores of Lake Wentworth in Wolfboro was taking out the old rowboat, casting a line off the side and spending all day fishing near the channel markers. According to many, there's no greater challenge than fly fishing. It's a big sport for many Granite State folk, but for those that don't know where to start, might I recommend Orvis Fly Fishing Outfitters online? Although your local store probably has an excellent complement of gear, Orvis has a one-stop shopping and learning center available. Check out the Getting Started page under the Fishing and Outdoors section. It's a complete one-stop section on all the gear you're likely to use on your next trip. Specific gear for specific fishing is thoroughly covered here. You're not going to succeed unless you can fool the fish. That means the bait must be convincing. The fly tying page will explain the pitfalls and good tips on landing the big one. Of course, good clothing doesn't have to come at the expense of fashion. The women's and men's clothing page has everything you'd look for in outdoor gear. Is the camp or cottage looking a bit run down? The Country Home catalog could spruce up your indoor time as well. As with good merchandising sites, online ordering is available for almost every page. You'll be happy to know your ordering is secure with major web browsers. Tie that line, cast it out, and troll a bit. I'll be over for dinner. Chris Thomas, WMUR News 9 Online.
All right, he'll be over when he's done with the barbecue. So does his review sound fishy? Check it out yourself on the News 9 Online companion page. You'll find it at www.wmur.com.
Chris Thomas is fishy.
You said it.
He's got some
I didn't.
Yeah. And up next on News 9 at 5, we're going to tell you where the top hospitals in the country are. That's next in Living Well.
Plus, where in New Hampshire are the highest apartment rental rates? You're going to want to stay tuned. We'll have that story coming up.
Try buying a Sealy, Serta, or Simmons queen set that's extra firm and quilted for only $248. You can't, but you can at My Hoffman's Furniture.
When the sun is blazing and the summer gets hot, Water Country's a very cool spot. There's no better place to feel and be young. Water Country, have some fun.
At Doble's, we're celebrating our 44th year in business with a sizzling 60-day summer sale. Now through July 31st, more than 400 Chevys and Buicks have been marked to their lowest possible dollar ever. This is one hot birthday party you don't want to miss. Like new tractors for $0 down and $199 a month. Malibus for $219 a month with $0 down. And Buick Sentries for just $269 a month with $0 down. Stop in and register to win a '99 Chevy Cavalier. Come celebrate Doble's 44th anniversary with our 60-day summer sale. Now through July 31st.
WMUR-TV, proud winner of the 1999 Emmy Award for Breaking News. Another reason why no one knows New Hampshire like WMUR News 9.
For the great taste of fresh seafood, everybody's favorite is Newix. This week, enjoy a special $9.99 combo dinner value, like fried shrimp and haddock filet, or Newix baked stuffed shrimp and broiled swordfish combo, also $9.99. And at Newix, you eat free on your birthday, up to a $10 value.
When you want great seafood, come to Newix. We have the best and freshest seafood around.
In Merrimack, Dover, in Hampton, New Hampshire, and South Portland, Maine.
It's always fresh from the shore.
When you feel the need for speed, there's only one thing to do. Drive yourself wild. Baja at Lake Winnipesaukee Channel Marine. It's about performance. It's about superb handling and advanced hull design. It's about Channel Marine's customer-first focus. And of course, it's about speed. Own the rush by getting a great deal on a Baja at Channel Marine, the Big Red Marina, Weirs Beach, New Hampshire. And yield to no one. Baja, speed changes you.
Living Well is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Hampshire and Matthew Thornton Health Plan. Together, we can make a difference.
Well, if you're looking for the best patient care in the U.S., head to Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. It has been named the top hospital in the nation by U.S. News and World Report magazine for the 9th straight year.
And rounding out the top 5 are the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, Mass General in Boston, the Cleveland Clinic, Duke University Medical Center in Durham, North Carolina, and UCLA Medical Center. Each year, the magazine surveys thousands of board-certified doctors about the reputations of hospitals in different medical specialties.
You know, we've been hearing this week about a new report out that says a vaccine not only treats but prevents Alzheimer's disease in mice, and researchers say there is a great need for a good, effective treatment for Alzheimer's disease patients. And as CNN's Rhonda Rowland reports, today there are limited options for patients.
Listen to John Yaxon talk about his life's work as an engineer.
This is an engine. That is the silent engine, they call it. You know, the parts, where all these parts have to be matched up. All I was really like a teacher. All of my work in life is showing people and giving my knowledge away to them.
And now his knowledge is being taken from him, slowly, by Alzheimer's disease.
I was aware that I had some problem, but I couldn't figure out what it was. It didn't make any sense. I lose my glasses, I lose this, I lose that, but it was getting too often.
To help with memory loss and confusion, Yaxon now takes the drug Aricept, which has been on the market for about 2 years. He also takes high doses of vitamin E. A recent study showed it actually slows the progression of Alzheimer's.
I think you'll find that most Alzheimer's disease experts recommend vitamin E and that many take vitamin E themselves.
In the hopes of preventing the disease. For people like John Yaxon who live with Alzheimer's disease, there have been some advances to help them cope day to day. But in the laboratory, it's a different story. Scientists are very excited about the number of discoveries made in the past several years. There's been extraordinary progress made in identifying genes that cause Alzheimer's, as well as other biochemical alterations that occur in the brain.
I anticipate that it'll be over the next 10 to 15 years that we really begin to capitalize on the exciting discoveries that have been made over the last couple of years.
Those discoveries may not come in time to help Yaxon, but now that he knows what he's dealing with, he's making arrangements for his future. But beyond that...
Oh, I don't really think about it. There's no point.
So he enjoys the moment and the memories he still has. Rhonda Rowland, CNN, Woodstock, Georgia.
New Hampshire health officials want a clearer picture of state health and insurance needs, so they're taking a survey. During the next month, about 8,000 households will be called by a research company asking questions about family health and insurance coverage. The goal is to get accurate figures to help plan improvements to the state's health care system.
There is another full half hour of News 9 at 5 ahead. Find out what our snapshot and soundbite of the week are.
Some wild weather moves across parts of the U.S., including Nevada, where flooding swallows up parts of Las Vegas.
And a case of animal abuse out of Hooksett today ends up in the seizure of more than 100 dogs. That story new at 6. We'll be right back.
It has never been offered before and may never happen again. America's best-selling sport utility wagon, the 99 Subaru Outback, now includes a $1,000 cash rebate during the Subaru Summer Clearance. To clear out all remaining 99s and make room for year 2000 models, every Outback and Legacy must be sold by July 31st. So Subaru will give you $1,000 in cold, hard cash. Yours to spend any way you want, so don't wait. Go to your local Subaru dealer by July 31st and claim your $1,000 cash rebate before it's too late.
The newest generation of RVs offers a lot more space. They're called slide-outs, and Route 125 RV and Marine has an unbeatable selection by the industry's top manufacturers. Starcraft, a name campers have grown up with, offers an exciting line of travel trailers featuring slide-out technology. Wilderness by Fleetwood is the #1 manufacturer of RVs in the country. They offer spacious travel trailers with spectacular floor plan designs. Come see the new slide-outs today at Route 125 RV and Marine in Rochester, 2 miles south off exit 12 of the Spalding Turnpike.
The time is fast approaching. The first of 2 huge NASCAR auto racing weekends in New England is back with more speed, thrills, and excitement. Saturday, July 10th at 1 p.m. The Pinball Replacement Auto Parts Doubleheader. See NASCAR racing at its best. The Busch North Series going fender to fender for 100 laps. Plus a 100-lap NASCAR Modified Series shootout and final round Winston Cup practice. Great tickets are still available. Get them at the Gateway Stage. Saturday, July 10th at 1 p.m. Only at New Hampshire International Speedway. Route 106 Loudon.
Get ready for the Jiffy Lube 300 with the driving force. Join News 9 Sports as we talk to the stars before the big race, July 9th at 7 on WMUR-TV.
Coming to you from Manchester, you're watching New Hampshire's #1 source for news. Next.
Tonight, flash floods sweep through Las Vegas, leaving behind a path of destruction.
One area in the Granite State boasts the highest apartment rental costs. We'll tell you where.
And Oprah takes on a new challenge outside television.
Live from the WMUR Broadcast Center. This is New Hampshire's WMUR News 9 at 5.
And good evening, everyone. Topping our news tonight at 5:30, severe flooding sweeps through Las Vegas. Rain fell 4 inches in just 1 hour.
And witnesses say the floodwaters picked up cars and threw them around like toothpicks. ABC's Brian Jenkins has the latest on the Vegas flooding scene.
Billboards warning drivers about seasonal flash floods have been in place around Las Vegas for several months. But the last 24 hours suggest many either didn't pay attention or were caught completely by surprise by the flash flood. The raging waters cut a path of destruction from southwest across southeast Las Vegas, some of which is still underwater. Some residents in at least one neighborhood are homeless, having watched the flood crash through their homes. Others in the same neighborhood are either counting their blessings from the close call or digging out of several feet of mud that left their homes uninhabitable.
I had seen it come pretty high before, but not this bad. No, I was thinking, where is all that water coming from?
City officials say emergency services are still reeling from the number of calls for help, having already been overwhelmed the last 24 hours rescuing people from cars that were suddenly swamped.
I just was trying to get them people out of there because it was 2 women and they were helpless. They really were. I wanted to get her out quick. I didn't know, because I've seen situations like this before get out of hand where it takes the cars and who knows what would have happened to me and them or whoever.
The mayor and I will be going to the county commission to ask them to include the city of Las Vegas in the disaster declaration.
Now their attention is turned to helping people find emergency shelter. There is also, as we speak, a search for more victims in a wash area known to be inhabited by homeless people. The body of one homeless man was found in that area late yesterday as the waters began to recede.
That was Brian Jenkins reporting.
It hasn't officially been labeled a tornado, but residents of Lewiston, Minnesota say it sure looked like one. It hit the center of the town at 1300 last night. Residents got a first look at the damage caused by the storm at daylight today. They found at least 5 homes destroyed, as many as 35 others damaged, and much of the town's electricity was out.
Closer to home now, Manchester police have charged a city teen with 4 burglaries and are investigating whether he may be responsible for dozens more. The 16-year-old youth was arrested this morning after allegedly breaking into a home on Taylor Street.
He's currently been charged with 4 counts of burglary. We are certainly exploring a connection between this subject and other burglaries of similar nature. There have been a rash of nighttime residential burglaries, again, where the occupant has been home.
Police arrested the suspect early this morning after the victim called 911.
An elderly Newfields man who may have been missing for as long as 2 days has died of hypothermia. About 80 rescuers combed the woods near 88-year-old Alvin Stetson's home after a Meals on Wheels volunteer reported him missing. He was discovered on Thursday night. He had fallen about 20 feet down a steep railroad embankment and was lying in heavy brush. He was taken to the hospital where he died this morning.
Bike Week might be over, but its impact on the Granite State lives on. The 76th annual event brought in an estimated 330,000 people to New Hampshire. The financial impact? About $200 million. The event holds the title of the 3rd largest motorcycle rally in the country.
It gives them that cushion that they need to be able to survive what happens the rest of the summer. So we're really fortunate that this week is as successful as it had been. Also that it's expanded, that it's now 7 to 10 days. It's wonderful.
Plans for next year's Bike Week already in the works.
Well, it comes as no surprise to apartment dwellers in Portsmouth. The recent report indicates that the port city has the highest rents around. The New Hampshire Housing and Finance Authority conducted a statewide telephone poll recently. A two-bedroom apartment in Portsmouth averaged about $878. The average for Rockingham County, $50 less. That's compared to Hillsborough County at $794 and Merrimack County $130 less than Portsmouth. Most say it's a function of supply and demand and call the situation critical. Those whose job it is to find apartments say it's nearly impossible and that it's not just low-income people who are finding it tough to meet rent.
People don't want to build new houses. They don't want apartment buildings created, but it's a simple supply and demand factor, and we're not keeping up with the supply.
And it makes it really tough for people who can't afford these high rents, I guess.
It's impossible, and it's even people with moderate incomes. We were just trying to hire a professional person here, and she didn't take the job because she couldn't afford the rents in Portsmouth.
And another issue adding to the high rents is the anticipated rise in property tax rates as Portsmouth becomes a so-called donor town.
After over 40 years on the road, a mail vehicle from Hudson is home again. The 1911 Maxwell was used to deliver mail in Hudson. It was purchased in 1959 from a Peterborough museum by a collector who lives in Georgia. He intended to restore the car, but never got around to it. Finally, he placed an ad looking to swap it for an antique clock. The Historical Society saw that ad, located a $12,000 clock, and arranged the swap.
When I found out that the Hudson Historical Society was interested in it, to have that car come back to Hudson, since that's where it originated, that fits history. That really is a nice thing to do.
And Booth says mechanically the car is in good shape. The Society hopes to have it running next year.
That's quite a long time, though. 1959, if you bought the car and decided that you didn't want to restore it, but you held it since 59.
It's back home.
Stranger things have happened, though, I'm sure. Still ahead. On News 9 at 5 tonight, we're going to take a look at the pros and cons of banking online. That's ahead when we check business news tonight.
Plus, new at 6 tonight, race fever moving into high gear. We'll take a look at the food, the fans, the fun.
But first, clouds remain, but for how long? Meteorologist Mike Haddad has the full forecast next.
You're watching News 9 at 5.
Looking for a wild time? Something that'll make the entire family jump for joy? Check out New Hampshire's own Greenville Wildlife Park. From lions and tigers to elephants and bears, experience a personally guided tour. You'll get an up-close look at these exotic animals, some rare, some not so rare, but all are equally loved and welcome a visit from you. So visit the Greenville Wildlife Park and experience a wild day. WMUR-TV, ABC 9, your community connection.
If you want your car to pass its daily test, come to a place with a track record of great service, low prices, and nationwide warranties. Come to Meineke.
At Meineke, you won't pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
Get to the bottom of your muffler problem. Save big during the muffler sale at Meineke.
For a limited time, get 25% off lifetime mufflers at Meineke. At Meineke, you won't pay a lot, but you'll get a lot.
How do you create a room that says, wow? See a Benjamin Moore dealer, that's how. Benjamin Moore is the brand professionals trust. It goes on easy in all the colors of your imagination. So if you can dream it, you can live it. And you can say, wow, for years to come. And right now, save $5 a gallon on select interior and exterior paint with mail-in rebate. Come see us today.
Available at Nashua Wallpaper and Paint Company, Queen City Paint, and W. Carpenter.
On the road again.
Well, did it ever return? No, it never.
You got to know when
get a hold of. I love the colorful clothes. It's all because of you. There's only one way. There's only one way around.
Now, meteorologist Mike Haddad with your New Hampshire weather.
Live in Kingston right now, where people are enjoying the food from Cactus Jack and T-Bones here, part of our Sizzling Days of Summer contest. And basically what you have to do is guess how many 90-degree days we're going to have in each of the summer months, June, July, and August. We are here celebrating our June winner, and we'll let you know more about that, let you know who won in just a minute or two. But let's go now to the graphics and explain what's happening weather-wise, because as we go into the weekend, we're going to be threatened with on and off showers and thunder showers, at least tomorrow. Down in the tropics, things are kind of heating up in a sense, but really no strong action. Right around the western part of the Leeward Islands, moving in towards Hispaniola, just west of Puerto Rico, a strong wave, tropical wave, but doesn't really show any signs of strong development, so not really worried about that. Let's zoom in on our local weather and explain the temperatures are seasonably chilly. No summer sizzle around here at this hour. 69 in Berlin, 68 in Whitefield. If you want the chill, Mount Washington at 45, 60s and a lower 70s across the southern and central part of the state, with a warm spot right now along the coast. There you can see on satellite imagery the clouds streaming in. We've had just a few sprinkles and scattered light showers. Notice, however, there is another line just south of Chicago and just across the Cleveland area. That is a cold front that'll move through here during the day tomorrow. And with that, a chance of a couple of scattered showers or thunder showers. So during the day tomorrow, up north, you'll see readings generally in the 70s from Bartlett back through Littleton. And in southern sections, readings will be warm as well. That's if we get enough breaks of hazy sunshine. 79 in Center Harbor and 80 to 83 from Kingston back through the Hudson area. Here's a look at your forecast for tonight. Mostly cloudy skies, a few scattered light showers, 55 to 65. And we'll see readings bouncing back into the 70s and 80s tomorrow. Any shower ends, then breaks of sunshine, scattered afternoon thunder showers. But as we go into the second half of the weekend, it looks great. Any clouds, and early in the morning, sunshine prevails. Late morning and into the afternoon, a nice, cool, refreshing breeze. 70 up north and 78 in the south. And joining me right now, the winners, the June winners of the Sizzling Days of Summer contest, Dick and Sherry Bickham of Kingston. I want to congratulate you first and also ask you a question here. Do you know how many, on average, 90-degree days we get in June?
About 2, I would think.
That's right. And how many did you guess?
6.
That's right. Did you have just a strong feeling or strong sense? Are you a pretty good forecaster long term? Because we could use you at the station.
I watched you plenty of times, so I figured you guys knew what you were doing when we were already up to 3 by the time the contest came out.
That's a good point, because also what you get to do is follow along the first couple of weeks and kind of get a jump on this whole contest. And also, you know, we've had 9 so far, 90-degree days. How have you stayed cool early in this summer season?
Set the AC and forget it.
Good idea, and hopefully we can give those ACs a little bit of a break. Also, in addition to the food that we've enjoyed here so far, there are other prizes that we're going to let you in on coming up at 6 o'clock. So this is not the end of the Sizzling Days of Summer Contest entry number 1. We'll have a whole lot more coming up at 6. We're going to enjoy the food, and yes, we are saving some. We've got some ribs and chicken still on the grill, Tom.
You better be saving some, Mike. And I'll tell you, those folks are making quite a scene in the neighborhood there, aren't they?
They're enjoying the time, no question about that. We yelled food and people ran.
Well, congratulations to Sherry and Dick. They're pretty astute weather watchers.
That's right.
They certainly are, and they're enjoying the time. We'll see who wins in July a little bit later on in this month.
I could stand to have a little neighborhood party at my place.
You're not eligible. Michael will check back with you later.
All right.
Race fever reaching its high point up at the Magic Mile.
That's right. The fans are arriving. The racers are in place. Let's go to Charlie Sherman, trackside with a preview. Charlie?
All right. Thank you, Tom and Karen. Well, unfortunately, there is no barbecue here. Nobody to cook for us, but there's plenty of action cooking out on the Magic Mile. First round qualifying held just a little while ago here at New Hampshire International Speedway for for Sunday's Jiffy Lube 300. Tomorrow will be second round qualifying. The first 25 spots set today on the pole when they go to green on Sunday. It'll be a very familiar car, the number 24 Chevy Monte Carlo of the Rainbow Warriors. That's right, Jeff Gordon has the pole. He had the fastest lap today. Rusty Wallace will start next to him in row 1. We'll hear from the pole sitter coming up on News 9 at 6. Red Sox in action again tonight. They move on to play the Braves in the weekend series, final series before the All-Star break. And the announcement many of us expected made today, Pedro Martinez, the Red Sox ace, will start for the American League in Tuesday's All-Star game down at Fenway Park. Nashua Pride wrapping up their 3-game homestand tonight at Holman Stadium as they take on the Lehigh Valley Black Diamonds one more time. Pride looking for a victory on Bob Tewksbury night. The Concord resident will throw out the first ball. The first 1,000 to attend will receive autographed baseballs thanks to Bob Tewksbury. So a lot of action here at NHIS. When we come back, we will run down all of the qualifying. Right now behind me, the Bush North qualifying still going on for tomorrow's 100-lap race. The modifieds will be on the track tomorrow. We'll run down that qualifying that took place earlier. We'll also hear, as I said, from our pole sitter and some others. The pole sitter tomorrow, Jeff Gordon. Reporting live from trackside at New Hampshire International Speedway, I'm Charlie Sherman, WMUR News 9 Sports.
All right, Charlie, thank you.
And still to come tonight, a week of wild weather highlights the soundbite and snapshot of the week.
Plus, Oprah takes on a new form of the media. We'll tell you about that when we check business news.
What caused a road and a bridge in Farmington to collapse overnight? I'm Audrey Cox in Farmington. I'll have the story new at 6.
Others may claim the lowest prices, but State Motors was the first New Hampshire dealer to offer customers the guaranteed best price on any new Lincoln or Mercury. Maybe that's why State Motors sells more new Lincolns and Mercuries than any other dealer in New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont. Or maybe it's because State Motors is a family-run business with quality, long-term employees that make the difference. Either way, you'll drive away in your new car or truck 100% satisfied, knowing you got the guaranteed best price from the Grant family State Motors, DW Highway, North Manchester.
It's that time of year again. The hot and steamy weather is back. Now is a time when so many people need to escape the summer heat, but it's not always that simple. If you'd like to help others live more comfortably this summer, join the WMUR Fan Club. Attack that attic and clean out that cellar. If you have an extra fan in good working condition, bring it to the WMUR studios. We want to make sure those who need a fan get one. So join the WMUR Fan Club, working together to make summer a little cooler. WMUR-TV ABC 9, your community connection.
Dear Dave, we were coming home from the track the other day and saw Wendy's Smoky Bacon Cheeseburger was back, so I bought a bunch of them for the boys. 3 strips of hickory smoked bacon, smoked cheddar, savory sauce, and sauteed onions. And they made them fresh when I ordered them, so they were hot and juicy. Stop by sometime and I'll show you the car. Your buddy, Dale Jarrett.
Dear Dale, that'd be great. I'd love to take it for a spin.
He's kidding, right?
Try Wendy's Smoky Bacon Cheeseburger today.
Now, Biggie size any Wendy's combo. You can win a customized RV and passes to your favorite races like the Coca-Cola 600.
This summer, discover a unique place in New Hampshire's Lakes region where the family fun lasts all day. Castle in the Clouds in Moultonborough. Tour the fabled castle with its spectacular views. Hike and horseback ride on miles of scenic trails. Visit the natural source of famous Castle Springs water. And watch us brew our premium Lucknow lagers and ales at Castle Springs Microbrewery. Castle in the Clouds in Moultonborough. A little bit of heaven, not too far from Earth.
Hinsdale Greyhound Park is fun you can bet on. Watch and wager on live greyhound racing, plus exciting thoroughbred, greyhound, and harness races in simulcast from the country's most popular racetracks. Plan a visit to Hinsdale this week. Enjoy a delicious meal in the unique atmosphere of the clubhouse dining room. Watch individual monitors at your table while you overlook the track below.
Hinsdale, America's favorite tracks.
Route 119, Hinsdale, New Hampshire.
Well, it has been a very wild week of weather here in New Hampshire this week, and our snapshot of the week shows just how bad things got.
On Tuesday, severe storms blew into the state, taking some people off guard. In the New Boston and Hillsborough areas, people were left to clean up what Mother Nature left behind, and that was torn up trees and downed power lines. Many people were left in the dark at the height of the storm. Some 80,000 Granite Staters lost power.
And one of the reasons the storms were so intense was the extreme heat. Granite Staters did their very best to stay cool, even when temperatures neared the 100-degree mark.
My air conditioner's even working overtime, and it's not keeping up, so.
It's about the coolest place to be.
It was just too hot to be out anywhere else, so we just fill the pool and having a ball.
Yeah, I stay inside mostly, have the air conditioning.
Movies, because it's really hot out and dangerously so. I'm a nurse. They said to lay low, take it easy.
Public swimming places were popular spots this week, and power officials say a record demand for power is also set.
So we're enjoying these cooler temperatures.
Much nicer, much nicer.
Still to come tonight on News 9, are virtual banks better than traditional ones? We'll take a look at some of the pros and cons coming up next.
Is smoking behind the walls of the state prison a constitutional right? Some inmates think it is. I'm Andy Hirschberger. I'll have that story coming up new at 6.
Heard the buzz? My honey barbecue wings are back at KFC. Dripping with my zingy honey barbecue sauce. Now that's finger-licking good. Get 6 for $1.99. That price ain't gonna last, so shake a leg.
A professional doesn't depend upon the easy way out. He depends upon his equipment. That's why professionals have been driving GMC for nearly a century, like this GMC Jimmy with a full-length steel frame. So it has the backbone to give you comfort and support, even when the pavement doesn't.
Go to the right dealer, the true professionals at Tully GMC, setting the standard for automotive integrity, South Nashua.
The Jimmy looks pretty good, too. But then a true professional always knows how to dress well. Jimmy by GMC. Backbone standard.
McQuaid's has just purchased the entire inventory of a Palm Beach, Florida elite fashion boutique. Over $1 million of retail merchandise. Beautiful dresses, skirt sets, blazers, slacks, short sets, silk blouses, and more. All superior quality items and all on sale now at McQuaid's. Values up to $800, priced at only $20 to $60. Hundreds to choose from. Now is the time to save 70 to 80% off Palm Beach prices. This is only part one of this huge sale. Watch for more Florida sales coming soon. Hurry into McQuaid's in Manchester and Concord.
New Hampshire Traditions, presented by Bank of New Hampshire, a tradition for the future.
Horsing around means a lot to these kids and their parents at the Upreach Riding Center in Goffstown.
Upreach has been in operation for about 7 years. We teach therapeutic horseback riding lessons to children and adults with disabilities. We have them turn through the blocks, and all those things help with their coordination, their balance, helping them to communicate better both with the horse and the volunteer. We play games such as catch, basketball, racing games, relays. Just being around the horse usually brings out the best in the kids. They have fun and they're always smiling. It's just great. The parents love to see the independence in their kids. And the kids love it because they can actually control the animal, and it gives them a feeling of control in their life.
Upreach helps these kids have a brighter future.
Bank of New Hampshire, a tradition for the future.
Senator Gregg announces a new grant aimed at helping small business.
The $500,000 U.S. Small Business Administration grant, $500,000 that is, U.S. Small Business Administration grant, will be used at the New Hampshire Small Business Development Center. The money will be used to provide technical assistance, training internships, and outreach programs to help small businesses adapt to changing technologies.
Well, pure online banking may be a small player in the overall banking industry, but the concept of banking completely in cyberspace is certainly catching on. The latest virtual bank, Telebank, has seen its customer base double in size to 70,000 in just 1 year. CNN's Lauren Terry looks at what online banks have to offer.
They offer the same basic products as any traditional bank: checking, savings, and money market accounts, and in some cases, credit cards, mortgages, and car loans. But these online banks exist only on the web.
The principal difference really is that online banks do not have a physical presence, unlike their traditional bricks and mortar counterparts. And what this does is lowers their expenses, and they are able to therefore offer their customers higher rates and lower fees.
Take, for example, one-year CDs. Traditional bank consumers are currently earning 4.6% on average. Meanwhile, customers of online banks such as First Internet Bank of Indiana, Telebank, and NetBank are enjoying rates well over 5%. Still, consumers do sacrifice some convenience. Not only do they have to mail in their deposits, but they can face additional costs when they use an ATM.
if you're trying to use an ATM, you're going to be using someone else's ATM. But then you can't use it to check your balances, you can't use it to deposit money, and you can't use it for free unless your internet bank, and some do, offers you a rebate when the other bank charges you.
Analysts say unless you're very web savvy, don't go completely virtual.
They may want to consider opening a traditional brick and mortar account and having their savings in internet-only bank to take account or take advantage of the higher rates.
That's Your Money. Lauren Terry, CNN Financial News, New York.
Talk show host Oprah Winfrey is ready to make her statement, this time with a magazine. The queen of daytime talk shows announced her plans to start a magazine next spring featuring articles on community, family, fashion, and fitness. Winfrey hopes the magazine will offer people a new way of inspiration.
Everybody with a magazine nowadays.
It seems that way.
Sure
Not
is.
me, though.
Not me either. Well, we still have much more to come on News 9 at 6. It comes your way in just a couple of minutes from now.
Here is a look at some of the stories we've been working on. An emotional day at the Capitol as a new domestic violence bill is signed into law.
Should inmates be allowed to smoke on prison grounds? A controversial lawsuit heads to court.
And a bridge has collapsed in Farmington. Investigators want to know why.
Those stories and all the news next at 6. That puts the wrap on News 9 at 5.
And News 9 at 6 is next, so stay with us.
Summer's the best time to get out and see the sights. And you can really get out there this year with the Jeep Summer of Fun going on now. Head for the sun in a new Cherokee Sport for only $269 a month and get all this at no extra charge. Or take off for parts unknown in a new Wrangler, now starting at under 15 grand. But the Summer of Fun is only for a limited time. So see your Jeep dealer today before these incredible deals are just another memory.
Yeah, would you play Smoking Broken Heart? Hey, man, my girl left me. Could you send out a tune?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, Chili, baby back real. I want my baby, Chili, baby back real. I got my baby back real.
The internet is an amazing and wondrous place. But there are also dangers lurking online. Report suspicious behavior on the internet aimed at you or other kids by going to www.missingkids.com.
Where does New Hampshire click? That's simple. NH.com. If you live or work or vacation in the Granite State, bookmark NH.com. NH.com. It's where New Hampshire clicks.
Now there's a publication for New Hampshire's computer-savvy professionals. And it's free. Computer User New Hampshire. Available at retailers, libraries, computer retailers, and bookstores.
If you're not home to see the Channel 9 TV news, hear it live. Weeknights at both 6 and 11 on WNNH Radio.
Oldies 99.
WNNH. Oldies 99.
Oldies 99.
WNNH, New Hampshire's oldies station.
Oldies 99, New Hampshire.
Closed captioning is brought to you by your neighborhood Dunkin' Donuts. Something fresh is always brewing.
Coming to you from Manchester, you're watching New Hampshire's #1 source for news. Next.
More than 100 dogs carried away from a Hooks at Home after it was discovered they live in deplorable conditions.
Live pictures from Sky 9 in Loudon, where drivers are gearing up for a big race weekend and the roadways are packed with fans.
And it looks like New Hampshire Senator Bob Smith is ready to leave the Republican Party.
Live from the WMUR Broadcast Center. This is New Hampshire's WMUR News 9 at 6.
And hello, everyone. Dozens of Shar-Pei dogs have been seized from the home of a Hooksett breeder.
Police and Humane Society officials say the animals were being kept in squalid conditions. WMUR's Ray Brewer is live tonight at the Bedford Animal Shelter where many of the dogs were taken to. Ray?
This puppy was part of one of the largest animal rescue operations in state history. The dogs ranged in ages from just 10 days old to over 13.
Officials found more than they bargained for at Ed Yee's home. The breeder was licensed for 35 animals. They found over 100.
She has another one that's compatible that we can put in there with her.
The conditions are very unsanitary, very deplorable for the animals. Most of the animals were found living in carrying crates, and several of them were actually also found living in vehicles.
There are some eyes that do need some care, and there's some post-surgical conditions that need to be examined.
This case grew out of one in March in which 24 Shar-Peis were seized from Tina Burr. Humane officers say leads developed in that case led them to Yee's Hooksett home, and there are similarities.
I'm not walking through feces, and that's a plus. I have not seen any rats. Other than that, cruelty, neglect, or whatever may come down is the same.
In addition to the cruelty and neglect charges, authorities are also looking into whether the dogs were being given prescription drugs without a veterinarian's approval and whether illegal surgery was performed on some of the animals.
I mean a group that can maybe initiate calls to all of the veterinarians around and see if they can take one or two.
Now, you need to be a licensed breeder or a veterinarian to help out. If you fit into either one of those categories and have some space, you're asked to call the Hooksett Police Department. The number for the police department is 624-1560. Now, no charges have been filed as of yet. Police have, under state law, 7 days in which to make that decision. Reporting live in Bedford, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
It was an emotional day at the state capitol. Family and friends of murder victim Tracy Winship came to witness the signing of a new law that bears her name. Winship was killed by her estranged boyfriend in Dover last year after he violated a restraining order. James Golightly then took his own life. The new law will allow judges, that is, to hold domestic violence offenders longer and place them under stricter supervision.
I feel that if anything good can come out of such a tragedy, this is it. If it can save just one person from all the heartache that we have faced through this past year, it will be a better feeling for us.
The governor also signed a second bill strengthening punishment for repeat offenders of domestic violence.
22 prison inmates are taking the state to court trying to prevent the implementation of a no smoking policy. WMUR's Andy Hirschberger reports on the possible consequences if cigarettes are outlawed.
It's estimated that more than 50% of New Hampshire state prison inmates smoke. On September 1st, the facility is scheduled to go smoke-free. This morning, 22 inmates took their case before a Superior Court judge, claiming they have a constitutional right to light up behind bars.
The plaintiffs at this time are trying to claim some constitutional right. They do not have a constitutional right. No matter how they slice it and dice it, they do not have rights in this matter.
The inmates are asking for an injunction that would prevent the September 1st deadline, citing a number of constitutional and civil rights issues. But prison officials say it's dollars and cents. The prison foots the bill for smoke-related health problems and to keep the facility clean. They say, constitutionally, inmates check their right to smoke at the front door. Cigarettes are used as currency behind prison walls. In Massachusetts, they're going for as much as $40 a pack. But if they're taken away, they can no longer be used as barter. They will be contraband. Prison officials aren't concerned about safety issues. Other facilities like Hillsborough County Jail have gone smoke-free with no problems.
We know from other states that it becomes a currency, a trading commodity. But we will watch it the same way we do with home brew or with hard drugs.
Judge Larry Smuckler is expected to rule on this issue in the near future. In Concord, Andy Hirschberger, WMUR News 9.
A Londonderry man is facing felony charges tonight after allegedly running over a police officer. 20-year-old Nicholas Bristol is charged with drunk driving and leaving the scene of an accident. Police say last night Bristol ran over Officer Christopher Gandia while he was on a routine bicycle patrol.
The van later left the scene of the accident. We caught up to it about 15 minutes later and arrested the driver for driving while intoxicated and leaving the scene of the accident.
Gandia suffered several injuries, none life-threatening.
Well, it is here. It is the weekend that die-hard race fans have certainly been waiting for. Thousands of people flocking right here to New Hampshire for the Jiffy Lube 300 up at the International Speedway. We have live team coverage. WMUR's Linda Ergus is working on the traffic impact live from Sky 9 tonight, and Charlie Sherman has the latest on the qualifying races from the Speedway. But let's begin with Linda Ergus high up above. Linda?
Good evening, Tom. You've got it right. Thousands have already made their way here to Loudon. Let's take a look down below. As you can see, actually, we're looking at traffic, a different scene from earlier today. 106 is now slow going. The qualifying races just let out. We need to pass along. There will be a lot of traffic changes in order to keep things moving through the weekend. As you can see now, take a look at all of those RVs. There are just thousands who have made their way already to Loudon. We have to tell you, what do the locals think? We talked with them, and here they told us they're used to it.
This is what people come to see. You could call it Race Haven. As for Speedway convenience, well, the name says it all.
We get into it every year for the race. We put up as many banners as we can and try to decorate for the season. But certainly we try to keep our locals around as well and appreciate our local business as much as we do the Winston Cup business.
As the weekend approaches, Loudon is quickly transforming into the second largest city in New Hampshire. Route 106 at noontime, already a parking lot. Estimated visitors, 150,000.
The only thing that bugs me is the traveling, getting through the big line of people that are coming up to see it. But other than that, it's great.
Well, this is the plan if you're headed for the track. Saturday from 5 to 1, 2 northbound lanes and 1 south on Route 106. From 1 to 7, 2 lanes south, 1 north. On Sunday, where 393 hits 106, 2 northbound lanes, 1 south up to the Shaker Road, then 3 lanes north. And for the push home Sunday from 3 to 8, 3 southbound lanes on I-93 and just 1 north.
Put Loudon on the map. They love to see the influx of people, and we've got the road closures down to a science now, and it works very well.
Now back now over the trailers and traffic here in Loudon. Lots of folks making their way over to this area. It is a hot spot, certainly here in New Hampshire. We need to pass along that if you will be in the area this weekend on Sunday, you need to be aware between 3 and 8 p.m. all roads in Loudon will be closed except for 129 and 106 in an effort to keep traffic moving. We should also pass along that there will be over or nearly 100 Loudon police officers manning the roads, keeping traffic in check. Reporting live from Sky 9 tonight, Linda Ergus, WMUR News 9.
And an RV city in Loudon. Thank you, Linda. Now for a look at the happenings at the Speedway, let's go live trackside and WMUR's Charlie Sherman. Charlie?
Thank you, Tom. It was a typical Friday here at New Hampshire International Speedway. Typical for a Winston Cup weekend anyway. Thousands of race fans filling the stands for first round qualifying. The first 25 spots filled for Sunday's Jiffy Lube 300. They were all there. Yes, indeed. Every one of the big names from Rusty Wallace to Dale Earnhardt Jr. to Dale Earnhardt Sr. But when they finally wrapped it up, it was the number 24 Chevy Monte Carlo of this man, Jeff Gordon, who had the fastest lap at New Hampshire International Speedway, a lap of 131.171 miles an hour. That is a new track record. Jeff Gordon will be on the pole Sunday. Rusty Wallace will be alongside. Row 2, Bobby Labonte and Ken Schrader. Row 3, Kyle Petty and Kenny Wallace. A couple of other quick notes. A very impressive day for Ricky Craven. He qualified 12th in the number 50 car. Steve Park qualified number 11th. As for Earnhardt, father and son, Dale Jr. will start from the 13th spot, while his father will start from the 14th spot. We'll have a lot more on the qualifying for all 3 races. Of course, there are 2 races tomorrow. The Busch North drivers are still on the track. They've had over 60 cars that are trying to get 43 spots for tomorrow's 100-lap race. We'll run it all down for you coming up in sports. Tom and Karen?
All right, they're putting the pedal to the metal.
They sure are. No doubt about it.
Don't go away. We still have much more to come. Will Republican Senator Bob Smith be leaving the grand old party? We'll take a look.
And take a look at this. A roadway nearly crumbles, making a close call for a town worker.
Plus, an overcast day today. But what is the weekend going to bring? We'll have the full forecast coming up.
This is New Hampshire's WMUR News 9 at 6 with Tom Griffin and News Director Karen Brown.
When the sun is blazing and the summer gets hot, water country's a very cool spot. There's no better place to feel and be young. Water country, have some fun.
At Bridgman's Furniture in Lebanon, you'll find everything you need for every room in your home. For carpeting and rugs, home office furniture, custom window treatments, youth and leather furniture. You can get all your home furnishings at Bridgman's.
It was 1911, and an eccentric millionaire named Thomas Plant came to New Hampshire to build a castle in the clouds. Today, you can explore his fabled castle with its spectacular views. Hike and horseback ride on miles of scenic trails. Visit the natural source of famous Castle Springs water. And watch us brew our premium Lucknow lagers and ales at the Castle Springs Microbrewery. This summer, bring the family and spend the day. Castle in the Clouds in Moultonborough. A little bit of heaven, not too far from Earth.
For the first time ever.
And only available in New England.
Announcing the all-new award-winning Subaru Forester Limited Edition.
Featuring a special value package.
With over $1,100 in discount savings.
Imagine one of the hottest selling SUVs in America.
With over $1,100 off MSRP.
So don't wait.
Get to your local Subaru dealer now.
And save $1,100 off.
The all-new Subaru Forester Limited Edition.
Before it's too late.
Hi, this is Bill from the Christmas Farm Inn in beautiful Jackson, New Hampshire. We put together a midweek package that we know you're going to love. For a limited time, stay 3 nights at our regular rate and save 10% off your total bill. Or stay 4 nights and get your 5th night free. Choose either package, and if you're a New Hampshire resident, receive a dozen red roses with our compliments. Whether you enjoy hiking, biking, tennis, or just relaxing, make your next getaway one to remember. The Christmas Farm Inn, the inn for all seasons. Call 1-800-HIGH-ELVES.
News 9 has learned that U.S. Senator Bob Smith will announce next Tuesday that he is departing the Republican Party.
Sources also tell News 9 Smith's announcement will likely come on the floor of the U.S. Senate. He broke the news to his Senate staffers this afternoon. Smith, who is running for president, is an outspoken conservative on issues like right to life and the right to bear arms. There are questions about whether Smith will be allowed to continue to chair several Senate subcommittees and whether he will be allowed to participate in caucus meetings. Reaction from fellow Republicans has been swift and angry.
Well, I think Bob Smith is making a big mistake, in my judgment, by leaving the party. I think that for whatever reason he's going to do it, he's now committed to that course.
And Zelliff says that Smith's decision opens up that Senate seat in 2002 for Republicans. And Zelliff says he'll be taking a close look at running. Further reaction now. Jim Nicholson, chair of the Republican National Committee, wrote Smith a letter saying, quote, "This is not a case of the party leaving you, Bob, but rather you leaving the party. Far from turning away from the conservative themes we share, the party has championed them and become America's party by doing so." Steve Dupree, chair of the New Hampshire Republican Party, was even more sharp in his words. Quote, "This is a selfish move and doomed to failure. It signals the end of his political career in New Hampshire." News 9's Debbie Rodman is working to track down Senator Smith at his home in Tuftonboro.
Close call for a Farmington town worker when a section of West Milton Road nearly collapsed last night. The top loader he was operating was nearly swallowed up. WMUR's Audrey Cox has the story.
Eyes open and we get down here.
It's a pretty good size opening up here as well. This stone culvert collapsed when a town worker using a loader had just finished filling in a small 3-foot hole with gravel when, in his words, away the road went.
That was his rear wheel right there, and that was his belly pan up there, and he was hanging right out, right up against that guardrail, tipped right over.
Public Works Director Dale Sprague is working with an engineering company to determine how the road gave way and how it should be fixed. Since it's not considered a bridge by state standards, the town is trying to determine if it can apply for emergency bridge repair funds from the state. What's especially frightening is that a Public Works employee just inspected this road 2 weeks ago. He saw no signs of erosion, and he declared it perfectly safe.
There was no granite hanging down that would indicate, imminent failure or anything like that. He said it looked real good shape. So we're ultimately, I think, responsible for it. This was something that was maintained by the town of Farmington.
It's a good thing somebody wasn't coming across there just when it happened, huh? Why?
Now, Tom Page, the worker who fell through the hole, called it an awakening experience that he doesn't care to relive anytime soon. That section of West Milton Road will remain closed until the town can clean up the damage and repair it as well. Reporting live from our Seacoast Bureau, I'm Audrey Cox, WMUR News 9.
That would be an awakening experience.
It would be if you were driving along and all of a sudden the road gave way. Mother Nature perhaps is responsible for that. Mother Nature also brought us a little bit of everything this week, but what does the weekend hold? Mike Haddad is live in Kingston. Michael?
Wait, that's not Mike Haddad. That's Levi and Zach. Zach's the one eating the burger. Yeah, I'm Mike Haddad along with Chris Thomas. All smiles here.
And Kelly Bates still a ways to go.
Along with people from Cactus Jack and T-Bone Steve. How's it cooking over there?
It's going pretty good. Good stuff going on, yeah. Even though we ate well, we got a couple more T-bones to throw on the grill.
What are we doing out here? We'll let you know and give you a full forecast into the long weekend coming up in just a moment.
When you're on the move and see news in progress, call WMUR News 9 by dialing pound 99 on your wireless phone. Service provided by U.S. Cellular Wireless Communications. This newscast is brought to you in part by your New England Ford dealers.
At your New England Ford dealer, we're proud of our leadership claims, but the claims we value most come from our customers.
When the sun comes up, we're here. That's why we only drive Ford trucks.
Now, during summer savings days, F-150 starts at just $15,390. Choose from a huge selection of F-150s priced to move.
They just plain work, or we don't.
Save big on the #1 selling truck on the planet during summer savings days.
You want the toughest? This is it. We're proud to put our name on these trucks.
At your New England Ford dealer.
Hi, I'm Bill Simonton. Welcome to the New Hampshire Technical Institute in Concord. New Hampshire businesses need technicians, and we offer programs in architectural, computer, electronic, manufacturing, and mechanical engineering technologies. Starting salaries range from $25,000 to $40,000, and the demand for graduates exceeds supply. Call or visit us anytime.
The New Hampshire Technical Institute, your success connection.
Get ready for the Jiffy Lube 300 with the driving force. Join News 9 Sports as we talk to the stars before the big race, July 9th at 7 on WMUR-TV.
Hey, can you play Macarena?
Yeah, would you play Smoking Broken Heart? Hey, man, my girl left me. Could you send out a tune?
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili, baby back real. I want my baby. Chili, baby back real. I got my baby back real.
Now, meteorologist Mike Haddad with your New Hampshire weather.
And live in Kingston, part of our Sizzling Days of Summer contest. We're going to let you know about the winners if you weren't with us in the last half hour. Also let you know what they have won. It's been a great evening so far. Let's talk weather first of all. And we've been dodging a few sprinkles to the graphics. And as you can see, what's been happening across the area, well, temperatures are seasonably chilly. No sizzling summer readings at this hour. 67 in Whitefield, 72 down in Nashua, 72 in Portsmouth. And I'd say it's about 70, 71 right here in Kingston or so. What do you think?
64 in Jaffrey, Mike.
64 from Craig and Jaffrey, or probably he's a 65. Notice the dew points running in the 50s, but they are in the 60s to our south and west. That's a sign of muggier times for the day tomorrow. Radar shot across the northeast shows you that we do have some scattered showers moving in from the west. Some areas remaining dry, other areas getting a few sprinkles, but for the most part, it is going to be kind of a hit or miss thing through the next several hours. The best shot of showers obviously looks to be across the northern part of the state. After we clear these showers through tomorrow morning, we break into a little bit of partial sun, but notice more clouds in the Great Lakes. There may be a few scattered thunder showers. So your Boat and Beach forecast, your Dunkin' Donuts Boat and Beach forecast for the most part is going to show that your UV index not all that impressive. We may squeeze out a couple of hours of sunshine and your ocean temperature running at 60. Your high tide, middle part of the morning. Then on Sunday, once we clear the thunder showers, it looks like a return to dry and seasonably mild there. Should be a great way to round out the weekend. Here's a look at your forecast for tonight. Mostly cloudy, a few scattered showers. The best chance will be up north. Temperatures 55 to 65, coolest if we get any breaks. Now, during the day tomorrow, look for an early morning shower, then breaks of hazy sun, a few scattered afternoon thunder showers, 70s north, and a lower to mid-80s, muggy degrees in southern sections. There's your forecast for the next 5 days, carrying you through the weekend. Notice on Saturday, a chance of an afternoon thunderstorm. Then on Sunday, the clouds give way to some sunshine there. Monday and Tuesday look partly to mostly sunny. And Wednesday, a return to warmth and muggy conditions. I don't see any 90-degree heat, but that's what the topic has been around here. The Sizzling Days of Summer contest. What is it all about? Well, what you have to do is guess how many 90-degree days we will have in July and then again in August. Two separate contests. We've already been part of the winners here today, giving you the prizes. Well, that's coming up in just a second. First, I want to introduce you to who won the June contest. They guessed 6 days of 90 degrees or higher, and that is Sherry and Dick Bickham of Kingston. First of all, thank you for bringing us in here, and also congratulations on guessing the heat in June.
Well, thank you for coming. It's been an enjoyable time.
It has been. We've enjoyed the food, of course, from Cactus Jack and T-Bones. And now, Chris and Kelly, we want to let you know on the prize that you have won.
Pay for this top quality product. How much would you pay? Well, absolutely nothing, because they won this contest. Let's see what they've won, Jack. It is a beautiful Weber grill. Isn't this wonderful? With a plush interior, fit for several of your favorite burgers or other fine grilling. And Kelly, can you also tell them what they won as a parting gift?
As a parting gift, you won a WMUR tote full of the WMUR prizes, which includes a T-shirt, a lovely hat, and also a bunch of sippy cups, and an item that is new to the gift shop, the koozie. So,
and we just want to let you know that as we go through July and August, we'll also be picking another winner. So get your entries in, and we're going to save a little food. Of course, the stuff is still heating up there for anybody who wants to drop by New Boston Road, but it closes in a short couple of minutes, unfortunately. Another contest winner in July.
Sounds great. You guys are having a lot of fun.
I'll take my burger medium well.
No problem. We got a few waiting already.
All right. It's nice,
have fun tonight.
It's nice to meet all those. Yeah, let's hear it for all those good people in Kingston.
Have fun.
You got it.
They got a good crowd out there. Thank you. Well, there's still much more to come tonight.
That's right, because thousands are up at New Hampshire International Speedway for the Jiffy Lube 300. Charlie Sherman's among them.
Well, Karen, it seems like qualifying's been going on all day, but it has right now. The Bush North drivers still qualifying, and it's almost 6:30. We'll tell you about the busy day here at the track coming up in sports.
The Boat and Beach Report is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Nothing says morning like Dunkin' Donuts.
This here's the Grass Buddy 500, 4.5 horsepower engine and self-propelled, a real beauty.
That's too expensive.
The Grass Buddy 400, 2.5 horsepower engine, standard pull start, very dependable.
Still too much.
Grass Buddy 2.3, 3 blades, round wheels, you push it.
I'll take it.
Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. Because some things you just gotta have.
For a small business loan up to $750,000 in New Hampshire, call First Colebrook Bank. We're all wound up about small business. First Colebrook Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
What little kid doesn't want to be an astronaut? When they walked to the moon, I was glued to the TV set. I always had it in the back of my head, I want to do that. An undergraduate education is what forms the basis of everything you're going to do for the rest of your life. If I hadn't been here at the University of New Hampshire, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now. I love this place.
Color Place paint works great in Alaska. Yep. It can get real cold. I mean really cold. Yep. I'm Kent. I'm Mark. And we're house painters from Wasilla, Alaska. Been painters for 15 years and brothers all our lives. Yeah. We usually buy most all our paint at Walmart. Yep. We like Color Place paint because the price is right. You can match just about any color you can think of. Their warranty is 15 years and it holds up to these harsh Alaskan conditions. If you can use it in Alaska, you can use it anywhere. That's right.
It's Toyota's Great Summer Sales Event, where you can drive a new Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car, for just $229 a month. Or combine cash back with an extra value package and save up to $1,000 on an LE. Or get a great summer deal now on a Camry CE and save up to $1,500. Now's the time to see your New England Toyota dealer.
It's a great time for driving a new Toyota, and here comes the one.
But hurry, the Great Summer Sales Event ends August 2nd.
Now, Charlie Sherman with WMUR News 9 Sports.
Well, it has been a very busy day here at New Hampshire International Speedway. Thousands of fans here earlier for Winston Cup qualifying right now. The Busch North are still qualifying. There's still a few cars to go. But it all started early this morning with the Featherlight Modifieds. My colleague, Jamie Staten, has been here with me all day long following all of this qualifying for this big weekend.
As far as the Winston Cup, no surprises. We've heard the name of the guy on the pole before.
Jeff Gordon, the man who will start from the inside pole on Sunday in the Jiffy Lube 300.
Let's go to the highlights. Two big stories in this one. Ricky Craven won the pole in the Jiffy Lube 300 last year in the number 50 Budweiser car, a red car. Today in the number 50 red Midwest Transit car, he was good again, 12th fastest. Dale Earnhardt Jr. driving with a broken bone in his right shoulder, toughed it out, had a good run. 13th fastest, one spot ahead of his dad, Dale. And there he is, your pole sitter. Rusty Wallace held it most of the afternoon. 35 cars later, Jeff Gordon turns a track record 131.171 miles per hour. He's on the pole when they wave the green flag Sunday. You have a real strong, confident feeling going into the turns here? You must.
Well, I like this racetrack, but you know, the race car and the race team has to give you that confidence, and they do that for me everywhere we go, but especially here. This is a very tricky place to go.
You had the fast lap this morning. You got to feel good right now.
Yeah, I do. I'm real happy with the track. In the past, it's been hot and raining, and the jet dryer's been out there, and they got the track all slicked up, but the track was in good condition right now. It's
a good run for Rusty Wallace. More on the Winston Cup qualifying tonight at 11. As for the Featherlight Modifieds and Busch North Series, about 120 cars here among those two series trying to qualify. Go to the pictures from that. Featherlight Modified, 60 cars trying for 40 spots. Former champion Tim Connolly went out 51st in the number 4 Dodge Stealth. He was the only guy over 130 miles per hour at 130.327. Tim Connolly starts on the pole next to Mike Ioannitsko.
You know, I've been pretty fortunate. This team's made me look awful good with some poles and stuff the past few years, and that is not our main emphasis this year. We want to win races and be up in the points of this thing at the end, and so that is, we didn't work on it at all today, but I'll tell you what, they worked really hard in this car. Yeah.
And the Busch North Series just wrapping up. A lot of great New Hampshire drivers like Brian Wall, Dave Dion, Jamie Obey. Center Harbor's Brad Layton had the pole for most of the night. Stub Fadden from North Haverhill coming out of retirement is 4th fastest, but on the pole right now, Tom Carey from Orange, Massachusetts. Just a few cars left. We'll wrap that up for you tonight at 11 as well. Jeff Gordon, once again, the big story at NHIS.
Unbelievable. A new track record for Jeff Gordon. He broke the record that was held previously by Kenny Schrader. He set that back in 1997 when he had the poles for both Winston Cup races here in New Hampshire. A couple other quick notes. The Red Sox in Atlanta tonight taking on the Atlanta Braves. Pedro Martinez will start for the American League in the All-Star game on Tuesday at Fenway Park. That announced today by American League manager Joe Torre. Red Sox opening up a weekend series, their final series before the All-Star break. As for the Oshawa Pride. They are in action again tonight, their final game of the week of their homestand. They take on the Lehigh Valley Black Diamonds once again. Bob Tewksbury night, the former major leaguer and Concord native, being honored tonight. The first 1,000 at Holman Stadium tonight get autographed baseballs from Bob Tewksbury. And a quick reminder, coming up tonight, 7 o'clock, it's the Driving Force, our Winston Cup preview show. Many of the big names from the Winston Cup series joining Jamie Staten, Jason King, and myself. It is a lot of fun. You won't want to miss it. Darrell Waltrip, Terry Labonte, Kenny Schrader, Kenny Wallace, on and on it goes. 7 to 8 tonight, only on WMUR-TV, ABC 9. Reporting live for Jamie Staten, I'm Charlie Sherman, WMUR News 9 Sports.
Great job, guys. We look forward to the coverage tonight and all weekend.
All righty.
We're already putting together stories for News 9 tonight, 11.
New at 11 tonight, we're going to hear what political analysts have to say about Bob Smith's future plans.
And that's it for now. Have a great evening.
Good night.
Want more copies of the hottest new releases than ever before? Just come inside.
Rent Wing Commander this week at Blockbuster and go home happy. Earth's Last Hope is a new generation of warrior. Freddie Prinze Jr., Saffron Burrows, Matthew Lillard, Shecky Cario. Wing Commander, rated PG-13. Rented this week at Blockbuster Video.
So go to Blockbuster and go home happy.
On World News Tonight this Friday, a giant verdict against General Motors, nearly $5 billion to 6 people whose car exploded. The eve of another battle over HMOs and patients' rights. The virtual revolution, experiencing life before it happens, technology on the cutting edge. And the man with the stopwatch who changed the workplace forever, the century on Friday.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Good evening. It isn't always cheaper to pay for the lawsuits than it is to make the product safer. In Los Angeles today, a jury has awarded General Motors to pay $4.9 billion, ordered General Motors to pay that amount of money to 6 people who were permanently disfigured after the gas tank on their 1979 Chevy Malibu burst into flames when it was rear-ended. There was evidence at the trial GM knew people might die because of the way the gas tank was designed, but they decided it was cheaper to pay for lawsuits than call back all the cars. $4.9 billion is the largest award ever in a lawsuit involving a defective product. It may not stay at that level, but it's a big setback for GM. Here's ABC's Lisa Stark.
Patricia Anderson, her 4 children, and a family friend were severely burned when their 1979 Chevy Malibu was hit from behind by a drunk driver going 50 miles an hour. The fuel tank exploded.
I just thank God that me and my kids survived.
This comes 1 year after GM lost a similar case in which 2 people died in a fuel tank fire after the Cutlass station wagon they were riding in was rear-ended. Attorneys in both cases argued GM placed the fuel tank too close to the bumper in millions of cars and failed to shield the tank, making it vulnerable to explosions in rear-end collisions.
General Motors had had numerous failures during crash tests, but chose to leave the design where it was because a safer design that would have prevented this cost $8.59.
Attorneys say the internal company documents show GM decided it was cheaper to pay for lawsuits resulting from fire damage. General Motors today issued a statement saying this crash was not GM's fault. The fuel system is safe and met or exceeded all federal requirements. General Motors plans to appeal today's decision. This fuel tank design was used on 10 million GM cars made between 1979 and 1983. As many as 6 million may still be on the road. Lisa Stark, ABC News, Washington.
As to the amount, one juror said after the trial, if GM can afford to spend $4 billion or more in advertising, they can afford the $4 billion penalty. Actually, the latest figures from GM for 1997 show they spent a little over $2 billion on advertising. In California today, finished with his poverty tour and awaiting the Women's World Cup soccer finals, President Clinton was trying to get a head start on what looks like a very major health care debate next week. The The Senate's going to begin debating the so-called Patient's Bill of Rights, as in what rights people have when they're dealing with health maintenance organizations. When it comes to HMOs, it is always contentious. Here's ABC's John Cochran.
The president tried to frame the HMO debate in the bluntest possible terms.
This is about whether some people live and some people die. This is about whether people get well or they don't.
The president would give doctors, not HMOs, the final say in whether a patient needs more treatment. He would also expand the rights of patients to sue their HMOs. The president and his allies are worried about an ad campaign reminiscent of the one that sank Hillary Clinton's health care plan 5 years ago, in which the health management industry now argues this new plan would lead to higher premiums.
But I got to